Hey guys, I'm doing something slightly different today. You may or may not know that I enjoy drawing, so I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to do a Mercy fan art based on a screen print that I did about a year ago that came out really well. Most of the video is going to be in time-lapse because the original footage was over 3 hours long. So the first thing I'm doing is just sketching out the vague sort of shape of Mercy that I want to draw on like just a coloured background. I wasn't sure at first if I wanted to draw Mercy or like a different character. But there's a few minutes here of me. Do you know what? I actually don't know what's... Oh, there we go, sketching has started. There's a few bits where I wander off to do something else during this video, where you can't quite tell what was going on. So yeah, for there it'll just freeze for a few seconds, but there's not too much of that, so you probably won't even notice. Shouldn't have brought it up, should I? Anyway, here I'm trying to get a face that looks vaguely okay, and I actually made it too small, so... It's easy to fix in Photoshop, but in real life you're there with f***ing rubber just erasing away. So there's a bit here where I'm looking up reference, but there's a lot of looking up reference in this video, because originally I was just going to sketch out the vague shape of Mercy as like a stand-in and then decide what character I actually wanted to do. I downloaded a bunch of new Galaxy brushes today and watercolour brushes, so here I am sort of playing with those. This is actually a cloud brush I'm using to create this galaxy effect in the background. I don't know why Mercy's in space. There's no in-game reason for her to be in space. It was just fun, so I started doing it, didn't I? I was looking for like a nice brush to use as stars for the background. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find one that I liked, so I just used like a giant version of this space brush. Which created like a starry background, and I think I'm going to go in later and like paint in some proper stars to like give it the true galaxy effect. So yeah, now you get to enjoy a few minutes of me playing with like lens flare and different galaxy layers, because I forgot I was supposed to be drawing. And so there's a few seconds there of me trying to get my drawing pen back because I don't know what brush presets are. I should probably learn how to use those at some point. So Mercy's arms are so complicated. Like, her legs are completely plain, mostly because they're hidden like under her clothes, but the arms are really complicated. I moved her then so that I'll have enough space for her wings, because I like... In the original screen print I did, the character I was drawing does not have wings, so she's sat neatly in the middle of the page and it looks fine. Mercy has wings. You cannot deny that Mercy has wings. Unless she's not in her Valkyrie suit, I suppose. So, yeah, I had to move her so that I would have enough space for that. It took me a while to work out what to do with her, like... I don't know the proper word for it. I've been saying tabard, but it's not, is it? It's like a... I don't know, like the sheets of fabric that come down, like, in the front and back of her waist area. Like, basically so you can't see Mercy's... Yeah, oh, I couldn't do the second foot. That's how I did it. So yeah, I should be done sketching in a few seconds, actually. Yeah, there we go. And now I'm gonna put in a new... Oh yeah, no, first, that's my little trick for, like, erasing the dots that happened for no reason. You just create a layer style with a really thick outline, and it makes them stand out really well. So yeah, and then I made a new... you know the white shape I made originally, the sketch? I made a new fill background for Mercy, just because it makes it easier to distinguish her from the background. Then I sketched out the shape of her wing, and I changed the orientation of the canvas so that it matched the reference image I was looking at for the wing, so I could get it sort of right. I don't know if I did still, but I like it, so I'm not changing it now. Yeah, so now you get to watch me using the shift click method for drawing straight lines. So instead of using my tablet pen, I just use the mouse. You hold shift, you click where you want the line to start, and then you click where you want the line to end, and you get straight lines. And it's really helpful for like really geometric things. Like Mercy's wings are surprisingly geometric. I thought they were curvier than they are. That's not quite the right phrase. No, it's the perfect phrase. Wow, I'm an idiot. Yep, and then I sketched in the front I don't know, flap. Orient Mercy the right way round. And then I had to fix the wing because I did it wrong. Basically, it was too small and in the wrong place. Yeah, a little bit of that. The heck am I doing now? Oh, right, now we're going to start the colours. So first I have to like isolate each individual. I ended up calling them fins. I don't know what the proper, because they're not feathers, are they? Mercy is not like a fluffy bird. They're nice, I don't know, fins, I think fins is the right word. So here I am just sort of isolating the fins using various layer masks, and then I ended up dropping a different gradient individually on each separate section of the wing, just in order to make sure that it looked right, because originally I just dropped one huge radial gradient over the whole thing and it just didn't work, it didn't look right. We ended up with that one really long wing having like a grey end, and the rest of them just didn't have anything. Oh yeah, and I suddenly realised that like Mercy's neck, I don't know what it is, neck brace, scarf of some sort. It actually goes halfway up the back of her head, and I hadn't drawn that originally, so here I am. I can't remember what this layer was called. I think it's called Metal 1, because I started colouring the metal fins. And I think I did this one as a mask as well, so I put the gradient on first this time, and then I painted on the mask layer. So as I draw it, the gradient appears. If I don't do that for this layer, I do it for the next one. Oh yeah, a little bit of shading. A little bit of shading. Yeah, there's a lot of playing with and tweaking with these layers, and I'm still not entirely certain about them. I was just trying to work out what they should look like. Oh no, yeah, this time I put the gradient on first. There we go. And these, I painted like the middle ones and the last couple like a little bit longer so that they were in proportion, because I realised after I did it that the middle one I did was not long enough at all. Shading again, just to make the edges a bit darker. I wasn't sure how quite to work the third and fourth ones because they do overlap slightly. And I guess what I should have done is put them all on separate layers. And then I went through and I did this highlight. At some point I messed up that second fin, so that's me fixing it. So yeah, I went through and I painted all these highlights on, and then I put a gradient on the layer mask so that from the left to the right they'd be different shades. And I've just realised the layers panel in Photoshop doesn't show up at all in OBS. Interesting. I wonder why. But yeah, this is me painting in a big mask for just the upper part of the wing, so that when I then go to paint it, it can't go out of its area. It just makes my life easier later. Doing this, I later realised that the lower parts of the wing were completely the wrong colour, because it's mostly the same colour. Got a little fixated on little details here, like the exact shape of this particular blob. It's just refining the shape there, because of course the main mask that I was using, I put all of my colouring layers into a masked group, so I put them into a folder in the layers panel basically, and then applied a layer mask to the whole group so that none of the colours, like initially, would go outside of the original sketch that I did, but obviously the colour that I put down would still go outside of that. So if I needed to like add a bit on or take a bit off, I just had to edit the layer mask rather than painting on a whole new section. Having some fun here with, oh yeah, started playing with the wing against the background. It looks really nice against the galaxy. I'm going to have to copy and paste in a second wing because there's no way I'm doing all that work again. That was so much effort. So much. So I'll paste in a second wing and see how it looks, and then if it looks bad, I'll not paste in a second wing and hope nobody notices, basically. So here I'm playing with like the sketch layer as like different masks underneath, just because it looks like a fun silhouette. silhouette against the galaxy. Yeah, and that was me done for now. So far I sketched out Mercy's shape, I coloured in the wing, and that doesn't sound like a lot, does it? I also did the background, but the original footage for this video was 3 hours, 8 minutes, 52 seconds, and 18 frames long. Jesus flipping Christ. And look, I've sped it all the way down to like 10 minutes for you guys. That's, what was it, 1800% speed? Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!